Yo, yo. What's good, y'all? We got Jackie Chan and new Karate Kid first look, live action Snitch. Snitch, Venom 3 and more. Like the sub, hit the bell if you're new. And yeah. Spider-Man.
Hello, my beautiful movie peeps. You're probably wondering why
You got the whole suit on.
I'm dressed like Peter B. Parker. It was intentional. Sweatpants on and everything, y'all. Well, I finally went out and got the Spider-Verse Burger King
Oh, they came out already? I didn't even see it yet.
Whopper. In fact, I just finished eating it, so if I throw up in the middle of this side flick, you'll know why. Joking aside, though, I'll try to have that video posted for you guys tomorrow. It's not my best vlog I've ever made, but it's something a little fun for you. But today, what we're going to be talking about here today, guys, is we've gotten some photos this week on the set of Captain America 4, giving us a look at Sam Wilson's new Captain America suit, Captain America. I keep saying Cap America, and everyone corrects me, Captain America. I grew up mainly in Texas. This is how we talk now. We also got an update on Venom 3 and an actor that is most likely going to be playing the villain of the film, as well as a report coming out that Jackie Chan is looking to be coming back to the
Yeah, I heard it on Twitter though. Yeah, I heard on Twitter.
Karate Kid franchise. That along with so much more, so you guys know the drill. Leave me your opinions down below with everything we discuss here today. I love making movie content for you guys, and I love when y'all show up, so let's just get into it. Alright, so starting off with the first movie news story.
I heard about this too. I ain't gonna lie, I heard about this.
Here that kind of took me by surprise, but
New
you know what? I'm
Pink Panther.
excited for this. The Hollywood Reporter let us know that Eddie Murphy is in talks to star in Pink Panther movie. In the article, it's noted that Jeff Fowler, the person who directed the last two Sonic movies, will be directing it.
Oh,
Further
okay.
details in the article state, according to sources, the new feature project would be a live-action CGI hybrid and would combine both traditions. The premise takes a buddy cop movie tone to the proceedings, with the Inspector and the Panther teaming up for the first time ever on the big screen. Insiders also classify the project as still deep in development stages. Now, my first introduction to the Pink Panther were the Steve Martin movies that came out a couple years ago. In fact, I remember those movies so vividly because those would always come out in February, and those would end up becoming my birthday movies, the movies I'd see on my birthday weekend. Us movie fans know what I'm talking about. So yeah, imagine rounding up my middle school friends and going, let's go watch Pink Panther. It'd be fun. And you know what? It was actually pretty fun.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
I know they're not gonna
Hamburger.
but I genuinely remember laughing my butt off at a couple of scenes in there. And well, a lot of things people get confused with the Pink Panther genre is that the infamous Pink Panther is always part of it, when that was only the case in the animated stuff. The original Pink Panther film just featured an animation of the Panther, while the rest of the movie was about Inspector Clouseau, this kind of bumbling idiot detective that would solve the job. So it looks now for the first time they're going to be taking that animated mascot and Eddie Murphy as Inspector Clouseau, putting them together in a movie and having fun with it. I think Eddie Murphy's funny. I think
Yeah, he's very funny, man.
it's time the Pink Panther got some recognition. Jeff Fowler's not a bad director. I like what he did with the last two Sonic movies. So you know what? Kind of count me in for this. I'm curious to see it, and I'm always excited to see Eddie Murphy do some comedy again. How are you guys feeling about Eddie Murphy starring in a live-action CGI hybrid of the Pink Panther? Jumping onto the Marvel train for a little bit, we've had some interesting stories come out this week about Marvel Studios, one pertaining to their Disney Plus series. You guys might have seen by now that they came out and finally revealed the official release dates for two of their upcoming shows that'll be releasing this year.
They're gonna release the whole thing for Echo.
Starts streaming October 6, 2023, and that all episodes will drop November 29th, 2023. This will be the first time a Marvel
gonna be like Netflix
releases all the episodes of one of their seasons on the same day. This has usually been the Netflix model, and Disney and other studios have been staying away from that because they like to bring in a crowd
every week.
Hype every week. It's honestly a really smart move.
No, it's a W. I like that personally though, because I get hyped for it. I be like, oh, I can't wait for next week. Oh, I can't wait for the next week. You know what I mean? So yeah, I like that when they do that. Not just every, you know.
So it is kind of surprising to see them just drop all the episodes.
I think because they delayed it, so they just like, hey, we're gonna drop it. You know what I mean? Drop the whole thing.
Echo at once. To me, it feels like a red flag. Like they're going, we don't have faith in this. We know it's not going to build up hype. People are not going to want to watch this week to week. Let's just release it all at once. Just being completely honest with you guys, I'm not that excited for Echo.
Yeah, I ain't excited either, but I'm gonna watch it because it probably is gonna connect with something else. So I'm gonna watch it.
It wasn't a show that I was like really looking forward to. I'm excited for like the Daredevil part of it whenever he shows up. But now dropping all the episodes at once, this might have a positive effect on people. I think there's a lot of
because some people like that. They like Jeb all in one.
Shows in the lineup that if you just binge watched it all in one day, you probably would have enjoyed it a lot more than if you were someone following it week to week. Because the Disney Plus
I like the week to week though.
Marvel formula
That's
feels
just me,
like
though.
very repetitive now, where it's all just set up to that final episode that ends up becoming uneventful, leaving a lot of us disappointed and feeling like we wasted weeks of our time. Watching it all now in one sitting might be the best way to do it, especially for a show they know doesn't have a lot of interest or isn't going to get a lot of eyeballs. So I wonder if this will be just a one-time thing, or now Disney will be picking and choosing which shows go week to week and which get dropped all at once. Something like Echo, Agatha, or heck, even the upcoming Wonder Man series. Those will probably be things that get dropped all at once just because there's not a lot of public hype for them. Still, we'll wait and see. It could just definitely be a thing of them not believing in the show and just want to get it out of the public eye as soon as possible. How do you guys feel about Disney and Marvel changing up the way they release shows? Another Marvel movie that was getting a lot of news this week is Captain America 4 New World Order. That's mainly because we've gotten some set photos that have landed online showcasing the new suit Sam Wilson will be wearing. Looking at it right here, I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm loving the suit so far.
Yeah, a lot of people say they ain't liking it.
So
a lot of people say they ain't liking it. I mean, I like it. I like it.
Perfect. And it even
I
sucks
like
more
it,
knowing he only technically wore it for like one whole episode, and now they're gonna change it out right away. I saw a lot of people hoping that this will just be like a stealth suit, similar to how Steve wore that one Captain America stealth suit in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
And he'll go back to his traditional suit. From all the reports that are coming out, it looks like this is his permanent new suit and not a stealth suit. Still, I'm willing to give it a chance. One thing I do like about the new suit is the cowl. I wasn't that big of a fan of the white on his face in the cowl, so them getting rid of that is kind of better for me. I'm also curious to what the wings are going to look like. I'm wondering if they're going to be red wings. That looks really nice, especially since the suit mainly seems to be colors of red and blue. You'll also notice that off to the side, we get a first look at the Falcon suit. This will be Danny Ramirez's Falcon suit. We met him in the Disney Plus series, so it's kind of cool to have him suit up. It looks like it's just going to be colors of brown and green, kind of similar to the comics. That's fine with me. It will be interesting to see them work side by side, both with wings on them. Something else that was getting people excited is that WWE Seth Rollins was spotted on set as a villain, part of the Serpent Society. Serpent Society is a group of villains that are all named after a certain snake. I think he's named after a Diamondback. If I was a wrestling fan, I'm sure that would get me excited because I've seen a lot of wrestling fans online just going crazy over it. But overall, Captain America 4 is piquing some interest, is getting some people excited. It's just that whole issue with the costumes. It's what Marvel loves to do. They like to sell toys, but I miss the days where you would have an iconic look and they would stick with that at least for 2 movies. Let me know what you guys think about these Captain America 4 set photos and whether you like them changing up the suit, and your thoughts on Seth Rollins being part of the cast. Moving on here, you know how some people keep falling for these fake images about what the live action Stitch is gonna look like?
Wait, that's how they gonna look like? Not like permanent, but I'm just saying, like, that's people they think that's people they think they gonna look like.
In the Lilo and Stitch movie, we finally
that
know
that looks scary, like a scary movie. I ain't gonna lie, that was like some.
What he's actually gonna look
creepy.
like. So in case you hadn't heard, Disney is working on a live-action Lilo and Stitch movie that'll be premiering on Disney Plus. There's been a lot of weird behind-the-scene controversies as this movie's been getting made. One of those being a star from the movie getting fired after finding out they...
Oh, I ain't hear about this. Oh, nah, they recast of a racial slur used. Oh, nah, that's dumb.
On their social media, but now a set video has landed online where the crew currently filming the movie are using a Stitch stunt double prop, most likely for lighting purposes when they later go in and CGI it, similar to how the Sonic the Hedgehog movie also used real life props for lighting purposes. And although it is still grainy and far away,
I can't really see it.
Best look yet of what's...
Yeah, you can't see that. You can't see that, man.
Stitch is actually gonna look like
Man, I see the ears. That's all I see is the ears and probably I think that's the
in
nose.
the movie, and I mainly do this as a public service announcement so people can stop falling for all these fake AI generated images and getting scared that Disney ruined one of their favorite lovable creatures. Moving on here to talk about Venom 3.
Venom.
We've known this movie is in development and is set to start filming sometime this summer, and we just got a major update on it. Deadline reported that Chiwetel Ejiofor joins the cast.
He coming back? That's the Doctor Strange person.
For the
Not Doctor Strange, but you know his enemy or whatever, or his something
movie.
like.
Unfortunately, the article doesn't state any details about Venom 3 or his role in the film, but when you cast kind of a big actor like this, I would imagine he's going to be playing the villain of the film, whoever that ends up being. I know there was some heavy Marvel speculators thinking he was just going to play a version of Mordo, but I don't think they'll do that.
Yeah, I don't think Sony like Marvel's done like that though. So I don't think so.
That, even though we already had a multiverse Mordo from another dimension, I don't think they'll do that for this movie. And I wish I could say I was excited for Venom 3, but I'm really just not, especially with that rumored plot. We still don't know if it's true or not, where Tom Hardy's Venom is going to meet a young Peter Parker, like 10, 11 years old, and start mentoring him throughout the movie. I'm waiting for that plot to be debunked as fake, but who knows, man. But as far as this casting goes, I mean, adding talent is never a bad thing. So I'm excited to find out who he is and what they can do in Venom 3 to make me interested to see this movie. So right now, I'm more interested for Kraven the Hunter, that rated R masterpiece. Moving over here, talking about some Karate Kid. This news kind of took me by surprise. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
Yeah, I saw it on Twitter. I'm like, okay.
If you've been following my channel, you know that we've got an announcement by Sony a couple months back that they are planning a new Karate Kid movie. It was said that it was going to be completely separate from what Cobra Kai is doing, tell its own new story, and it has a release date right now of June 7th, 2024, with the working title being called Victory Boulevard. That's just the working title, not the official title. And while discussing films, out of nowhere came out and reported that they have heard that Jackie Chan is going to be returning in the Karate Kid movie as Mr. Han, his character that he played in the 2010 reboot. This kind of now gets my mind racing. What are they cooking for this Karate Kid movie? Because if you haven't heard the plot for this movie, it's kind of a controversial one. Every time I read the plot for this new film, people hate it. But I'm like, it doesn't sound that bad. I'm kind of interested to see how they play it out. The current plot for the movie goes, Lee is a skilled fighter and a student in Beijing who has his life uprooted when his mom decides that they're moving to Brooklyn for a work opportunity. Lee is grappling with the past tragedy and bumping up against his doctor mother, who is dealing with the same tragedy, but in an altogether different manner. Lee meets Mia, who goes to his high school, and her dad, Victor, who runs a pizza restaurant in his new neighborhood in Brooklyn, and forms a bond with both. While his mom is against violence and kung fu, Lee finds purpose by training Victor in the art and finds himself back in the ring as well. So that's kind of the twist for the new Karate Kid movie. Instead of having the old wise mentor train a young kid, we're gonna have a young kid train an unexperienced older person. That's the part that gets people going, that sounds so stupid. A kid can't teach an adult karate. I'm telling you, there's probably 12-year-olds who have been doing martial arts since they were like 6 that could probably kick my butt or at least teach me a few things to defend myself. So I honestly don't think it's that wild of a story here, but I don't know in that plot where Jackie Chan could fit in. If he's going to play a large part in this movie, then I would think he was the person who taught this high school student in Beijing, where the last movie took place. That was his teacher teaching him Kung Fu, and now he's gonna take Mr. Han's training to America and teach this older father how to defend himself. Even in the plot, it's also interesting that they say he's not just going to be training Victor. At one point, the kid is also going to be fighting someone else in a ring, in a tournament. So it looks like we could see a situation where both of them end up fighting. That's something we hadn't seen before, both the trainee and trainer stepping into the same tournament and going up against people. I know the other question fans are asking, well, where's Jaden Smith? Is he coming back? Jaden Smith doesn't seem to have a lot of passion for acting anymore, so I kind of highly doubt it. But bringing in Jackie Chan would raise my excitement for this movie. Anytime Jackie Chan's in a movie, I'm just excited. But you guys hear the new Karate Kid movie is trying to get Jackie Chan in the film. How do you feel about it? And what do you think of this plot synopsis? Well, that is all the movie news we currently have going on right now, guys. I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch me talk some movie news. Don't be forgetting to hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Twitter at 3CFilms or on TikTok at 3CFilms. But as always, I'm Chris. Take care.
But yeah, the ain't gonna lie, man, I gotta tell that Burger King red burger. So hey, look, look out for that though. I'm gonna try that though. Look out for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see they got it on my phone. I'm gonna go do it there. Let's go to Burger King and see they got that red burger. I ain't gonna lie though. But cause I ain't know they drop it though. I thought they gonna drop it like when the movie comes, but yeah. But hey, like it or sub, hit the bell. Let me know what you think about all these movies coming out or shows, man. So hey, like it or sub, hit the bell. And yeah, alright, peace.